Joe Leigh here for SecondsOut. Brendan Loughnane here in central London. It's good to see you. Good to finally interview you. How are you?
It's good to be here, mate, and especially to have all these PFL bigwigs over here. I love it.
Yeah, we got Clarissa, obviously Kayla Harrison as well. 4 Olympic gold medals between them.
Mate, yesterday, I was one that actually made that joke yesterday for everyone out there that's moaning. PFL posted it saying 4 Olympic gold medals on Brendan. I was like, I literally said that when I took the picture, and I was like, wow, I'm in Olympic royalty here, really.
How are you feeling? Obviously coming off the back of a win and back in the win column, still in PFL. How are you feeling?
Good, man, good. I'm just excited to get this next one out of the way now. Like, I'm literally looking at my clock every 2 minutes to go and get training again because although this is all glitz and glamour, mate, I've got to make the playoffs, so that's my number one priority.
How do you obviously you've been in PFL since 2019 was your first fight. How different is it to other organisations with the seasons, the players, everything like that?
Rory touched on it up there, mate. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It's so difficult, mate. Like, you're in between fights, it's 6 weeks. I'm used to having 3 months in between. Imagine cutting it to 6 weeks. It's really hard. Hard on the body, hard on the mind, hard on the spirit, but I'm used to it now.
And where are you most of the year? I feel like you're never in Manchester, you just always fly in somewhere.
I don't know what's going on with me, mate. Listen, I could be out of this country tomorrow. Like, literally, I just don't know what's going on. But I've created a bit more routes for this now with my coach. We're training every day. I'm feeling in good spirits. I'm happy. I'm healthy, and that's all that matters. 22
wins in your career so far. You're so experienced. You feel like that's helping at this stage of your career. It's all marinating into the fight you are today.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like it really, especially helped me in my last fight. That guy had half the fights of me, and I felt like he was a box of tricks. He came out of nowhere. I didn't really expect him to be as good as he was, and it was my experience that carried me through, and I think it'll carry me through a lot of the fights in this tournament.
Yeah, this is going to be on a boxing channel. I want to speak about your boxing fight in Manchester on Box Stars. What was the thought process behind that, Brendan?
So I landed back in Manchester after the season, and a friend of mine was doing a Box Star show at the Manchester Arena, and he's like, "Do you want to fight in it?" I said, "Mate, I'm not fighting no celebrities." And he was like, "No, get you a boxer. Like, a guy can box." I said, "Okay, yeah, I want to do it." I wanted to tick off the list headlining the MEN for MMA and then having a go at boxing in there. Not many people can say they fought both sports in that arena.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And obviously, coming off the back of that, yeah, back in the win column, and like, what do you expect? Is it Cardiff or London that you're going to be fighting?
Oh, it's going to be London, mate. It has to be London. You can't put me on in Cardiff. London.
So what about 2 in 2 weeks?
Oh, mate, why not? Why not?
How many fights do you expect to have this year, though?
Well, to the finals 4. I've had 1, so 3 more.
How would you experience or like talk about your experiences with PFL and compare it to before you were in PFL because of, like I say, the way it's set out and the way it plays out?
It's his own entity, mate. Rory was saying up there it's the hardest thing he's done, and I believe him. I feel the exact same as him, mate. Like, imagine you fighting every 6 weeks, the weight cuts. You know, I'm a big lad. I cut 25, 30 pounds sometimes in between fights, and imagine doing that back-to-back consecutive 4 times. It's a lot. It's a lot on the body. It's a lot on the mind. Me and my bird nearly separated about 3 times last season. Stress, and it's hard, mate. And can you imagine, like, you have a fight, you take a few knocks. Usually, you just give it time to recover and you're okay. Here you can't. You're in the gym training again, and you might have severe damage on your legs, your hands, or whatever it is, and it's like, it's hard, mate, but it's definitely worth it. And, I mean, these guys are very innovative, and I'm glad they've come to the UK now, and they're going to start showcasing UK talent.
How important is that for you to be able to get over here, get more exposure being a UK fighter fighting in the UK?
Amazing, mate. Channel 4 was a game-changing deal for me. And now that we're on Channel 4, now that we're actually doing a show over here, it's like a dream come true, mate. It really is.
And you obviously expect to be getting to the final.
Exactly, mate. World champion, PFL 2022, Brendan Loughnane. Let's go.
One more thing then. Obviously, we recently saw Tyson Fury. You know Tyson. He knows you as well. Fighting Dillian White, 95,000 at Wembley. What did you make of that fight?
Incredible. Tyson's the man. Pioneer for British boxing. Arguably one of the best heavyweights of all time. And he's from Manchester. What more can you say about that?
Do you think he's really going to retire? Do you believe all of this stuff? How likely?
He says so, but I know from experience when you try and retire and your purpose goes, the guy's 34 years old, mate, in heavyweight boxing. That is extremely young. Plenty of fights left out there for him. The phone's going to ring. Let's see what he does.
How long could you see yourself fighting for?
I mean, they talk about this silk sheets and $1 million. Like, let's see after that. Well, I'll let you know after that.
Yeah, please do. It's a pleasure to finally interview you, Brendan.
Legend, mate. Thank you very much.
Top man.